following contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
I feel like I want to pee. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Can you see me? What if I sit up straight? That should be good enough. I'm just thinking to myself, oh, I wish I had a video rolling so I could record our conversation about, oh, I'm back. But I'm not gonna, because it's like, well, I don't want to be doing that. Like, I want to be a part of life, and I don't need to record everything in my life. No one gives a shit. It's like, I don't even fucking care.
Wanting to make this film, making this the last film that I make. I'm not quite sure why I'm recording this exactly. It's the filmmaker in me, I guess. Things have changed a lot for me.
Hi, this is a really bad imitation of a Muppet, and this week's episode was brought to you by the word so. Ooh, and van life Attila. Yay!
Hi, I'm now streaming live from my van, yes. Okay, so I want to mention here what's going on. So back in January of 2016, I was driving into Vancouver. Okay, so I was working in Banff, Alberta. I had a really good job there, but it kind of slowed down, and so I had a week off. I decided to drive into Vancouver to say hi to some friends, look around, and just whatnot. So as I drove into Vancouver, I ended up getting into a car accident, which I talk about in this episode, and there's some footage of that. But between that time, so in January when I got in the accident and got to Vancouver, I decided to just not, well, I couldn't go back to Banff without taking a bus, and that was just exhausting. I'd taken a bus once, and I'm never doing that again. So I decided just to stay in Vancouver and find work here, because it's a bigger city, and it was a better chance for me. So I actually struggled a lot to find work. And eventually I found some work in Barkerville, where this season 2 takes place. Now, between the time of January and May going to Barkerville, I started season 1. Now, before I start season 1, however, I lost my first car because of an accident I was in. I then got to Vancouver, after I spent a week in the middle of nowhere, and get to Vancouver, decided to stay. However, about a month in, my car was vandalized so horribly, I had to just dump it. The tires were slashed, the windows were busted, the engine was cut. It was completely screwed. And after my car was vandalized, I was also given a beautiful love note. Probably going to be the title of my book. No, I'm still going to keep it as The. So that was lovely. As I put my bags in my car, I look at my car and see the flat tires, and some other thoughts come into my head, and I said to myself, I said, just now, why the fuck do people do this to me? I don't know if I can get it. It's been like this my whole life. I then secured the job in Barkerville, and still kept looking for work. I started doing temp and labor work for LaborLink was one of them. And so then from March, basically February, I had no work. March, I started doing that more frequently. March, April. And in those 2 months, I then needed a place to live. After my car was totally totaled before. And I stayed with one person for a short while. Just tried to take advantage of me. You know, it came out in the end that it's just like, every time we talked, it was just about, hey, do you want to get naked? Do you want to have sex? I'm like, what? This is not, like, why? This is what you want in trade? So you said you wanted to help me, to help another human being, because I no longer have a car. I don't have a home, because I'm not in Banff where my apartment was. And so you'll give me a place to stay if I fuck you and make out with you every once in a while? So that sucked. So that person, I left immediately. Like, it was just, they were losing their minds. You know, thinking that this was going to happen. It's not going to happen, not in that place. Am I to even consider offering that? So, I left. I called one person that I knew could probably help me, because they had space. Now, at the time, he was helping some of the refugees, which was going on. And my first couple nights, he was pretty pissed off with this young fellow that was staying with him, this refugee. And so here's a video starting off the episode of what happened and how my first season started early. So here's some audio footage. What had happened was the young fella offered him yogurt, and he didn't want to eat it, and then he offered to again. He's like, just eat it, whatever, it's yogurt, you should eat something, right? Anyways, he totally lost his shit on the young kid. He just completely went over the top. It was insanity. And the kid did nothing wrong, and, you know, as I discovered living with this fella, who was a friend, or started to become a friend, started to get to know him, he is angry at life, severely. Every little thing pisses him off. Everything. I couldn't say anything. If I tried to help him, it was wrong. If I didn't help him, that was also wrong. So unfortunately, this was the first night. I only got a couple seconds of it, because I was freaked out in the bed. I was freaked that this was going to go crazy. And there goes my phone. It's ironic. This young man had similar abusive issues that I did. His father was horrible to him, and he even says, you can hear him say, "Don't yell, my father used to yell." And he just continued, without having any respect for what the other person might be going through. While he's going through that, I'm in the bed freaking out, having flashbacks of the abuse that I've been through. So, here's the audio from that. And then, I'll see you in a moment.
Give it to me, I'll smash it. You don't fucking understand. Here, give it to me.
Don't scream. This is so rude. This is my dad. That's all.
Get out of here. Just move out.
I'm gonna move out.
Move out.
I did nothing wrong.
Oh, no, you did nothing wrong. Good. Get out.
So, right, unfortunately, and so that sort of carried on. I was on sort of ice the whole time around the guy, not even really knowing why, just he kind of hates life. So, anyways, then if you've watched season 1, the first episode, I come home, or back to the apartment, and then there's just a note, get the fuck out. So, okay, between that, I got this job in Barkerville, British Columbia, and Wells, British Columbia. I was working for a couple of companies there, which you'll see in this coming up season. But the thing is, in order to get that job, I needed a car to get up there. Makes it a lot easier. You could get up there other ways, but it's really hard. Like, there's only a bus once a week on Thursdays. So, what I ended up doing was getting this beautiful new van, because I needed it somehow. Now, I'm still paying the van off, but the thing is, the job there, based on tourism and so forth, I should have been making about $5,000 a month. Didn't happen. And you'll see exactly what happened and what partook in between May to July, basically, from when I got back to Vancouver. Actually, I'm back in Vancouver at the moment. So, kind of flashing back a little bit, showing you my life. So I've been filming for a while, but I haven't... Will catch up to me. And so, that's where that's at. You can take a look at vlog 35. I'll put a link below to that, in regards to my references to Banff, because I worked there. I had a great job. I'd still be there if the car didn't kaput on me, and I just decided not to go back, and then I thought, you know what, I had this great offer to be a butler in Barkerville. It's great money, so I thought. And so it was fun. Yeah. And that was sort of on the fringe of when I was going to start living in my van, because I had a cabin there as well, so really after I really start living full-time, but it's 50-50. So anyways, here is Season 2, and I'll be flashing back a little bit with more videos to show you how I ended up here. And eventually, I'll be releasing in 2018, my feature film about the abuse I went through as a child. And the depression, and how you get from having everything to complete opposite spectrum. So look for that in the next couple of years, along with a novel I'll be releasing. It's kind of a pick your own adventure, referencing the video, referencing stuff that you hear about but don't read about, that you see, or stuff I talk about in the videos but you don't know much about until you read the novel. 50-50. So anyways, here's season 2, episode 1. I think I'm gonna leave now. Say goodbye to my friend Becky, and then leave Vancouver. Who knows if I'll come back. So I have gone and picked up and purchased this stand for a phone. It's adjustable, as you see. It is by Type 5. It's a top grip phone holder. This should mount very easily to the car, so that way I can do videos without having to hold the phone, and 'cause that's not good. And yeah, so I can talk on the road. But that's one thing I want to mention to people that are doing videos and such. It is extremely dangerous. Don't hold your phone. Don't be distracted. Not even your phone. Don't, you know, there's a lot. Don't mess around with your hands. Your hands are on the wheel, or hand, depending how comfortable you are. But don't have something else in your hand. I mean, it's so dangerous. Your life is not worth it. Don't mess around with your phone. Don't text and drive. Don't call and drive. Have a speakerphone. Hell, nowadays in 2016, you can send a text by voice activation. Every phone. So please, don't be doing it. Okay? Get something like this. This was cheap. It was like $12, okay? This will save your life if you want to do videos. I'm telling you. And I have a perfect example in my last video where I even mentioned that I'm holding the phone and I should not have been. So please, this is my warning. Don't do it. Just say no. This is brought to you by sponsors. Okay. So hopefully that'll work out. We'll see how it looks. The steering wheel's probably in the way, isn't it? Okay, so of course you've got the suction cup, which I'm guessing just, oh yeah, okay. Okay, so that goes there. This obviously goes here. Oh, so this is great. This is just a simple... Wow, this is really tight. I felt like I was about to break it, but actually no, it's designed to flex. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. But you could break it if you're not careful. Wow, that's nuts. So what I'm gonna do is go like this, actually. Wow, this is nuts. This is really hard to do. Go like that. Whoa, that's already stuck on there. Huh. Ew. Fold that little tab there. I haven't even locked it in place and it's stuck. Okay, whatever, let's just leave it. Okay, so let's take a look here. So, yeah. Hey, it came off. Hey, it came off. Awesome. Okay, let's, then we pull this over. Just hold that tightly. Oh my god, that's tight. There we go. And this just rotates like it's perfect. Now I need to adjust like that. And I think this will work very well. I'm assuming this is working well. Actually, I'm not going to jump out because it's pretty head height here, so I can easily talk. Yay, I've got it mounted. Wish I had another camera to take a picture of my camera taking a picture. Actually, I do. My Canon camera. I'll pull that out later. So yes, please, don't text or goof around with your phone while driving or anything else. Realistically, it's actually not... I think it might be illegal in some places to even eat or drink while you're driving because it's a distraction. If you choke, accident. So please, be wary. Your life is not worth it. Life is way too fucking short. Way too short. Okay? So don't do it. Until next time. Same Van Life Attila channel. Hashtag Van Life Attila. I gotta stop doing that. Bye.
nearly didn't freaking make it. Look, my gas came on. I have no freaking gas. I went out of my way 30 minutes to find the gas station that has gas for $1. So yeah, I drove out of my way to get gas. That was gonna be great. Except turns out it's at a Costco, and even the gas is members only. So that's a tip for everyone. Every Costco for everything is members only. I'm gonna go and see if I can become a member, see what it's gonna cost or what, because there's no other gas station here, and I'm not gonna make it to another one. My gas tank is beeping on me, so which I wasn't told about, and there's no signs. So just so you know, if everyone's wondering, just because there's great gas prices at Costco doesn't mean you're allowed to have it. Yeah, and that's about to stop as well. Great. Stay on. So I just spent $57 of money that I don't really have because I'm broke as all hell on a Costco membership so I could finally get gas. So I'm really frustrated at this point. I've spent so much time. It's 8:30 at night. I left hours ago and I spent most of it getting lost. It's just ridiculous. I'm just so frustrated. Then I pull up to the gas station here and there's 2 spaces completely open. The guy pulls in and he stops right in front of me instead of going to the second space so I could pull in. We could all gas up. No, now there's a lineup. That is just stupid, first of all. So now I'm going to spend more money that I don't have. It's great. Wonderful. So I'm so really happy. So unfortunately, I guess this is one of those things you kind of can't plan for in life. But that's what it is. But it's just frustrating because now I'm out, so I've got to pinch pennies a little bit more, and I think I parked too close, so I can't even open the door. Excuse me while I go fill up gas and be annoyed. So I'm in Hope, British Columbia, and all my stuff just flew all over the place. Yeah. I was going around a turn, and I didn't, oh my gosh. Well, someone's having a fun night out. Look at that. Where is Cinderella? So, I took a turn, and I didn't realize that the turn was as close. So, yeah, that's the problem. And I slammed on the brakes, and, everything flew forward. I choked for a second there. Yeah, so, unfortunately. Now, I'm stopped in Hope, and I don't like driving at night. A few months ago, I was in a car accident. I hit a family of deer. This is a really bad impression of a Muppet. And this week's episode is brought to you by the word so. Yay! Take 2. That's fucking horrible. Man life, Attila, yeah. I can't do this here. Okay.